So let's continue workbook work from page number 35 of your workbook. Solve the crossword puzzle. So here you can see some statements are written across the puzzle and down the puzzle. According to these statements, we have to find out the answer and write in these boxes in this crossword puzzle. Let's start. First, we are doing for across, for these horizontal lines, straight lines. These are heard when sound waves bounce off a surface. What you can hear when sound waves bounce off a surface, Haram?
Echoes.
Yes, echo. So here is the written 3. So on 3 you have to write this. So here in this cross puzzle you can see 3 is written at this point. So you have to write echo here. E C H O. Clear? Write echo here. All of you write echo across this. Ji Amna beta.
Is in capital letter. In capital
Yes,
letter.
write in a capital letter.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay, next statement is when heat is given off by an object, what happens, Maham? When heat is given off by an object. Maheen, what happens when heat is given off by an object? Radiation. Answer is radiation. So here you have to write this radiation across the 4. R A D I A T I O N, radiation. Across the 4 you have to write radiation. Next we having also called bending of light. Number 5 is also called bending of light. Amna, answer this. Also called bending of light.
Refraction.
Yes, good Amna. Refraction. Answer is refraction. So we have to write across the 5. So here you can see 5 is written. So write here refraction. R E F R A C T I O N, refraction. Next is bats and dolphins use this to locate objects. Zaira, answer this. Dolphin and bats use this to locate objects. Across, we are seeing in across, and that
Echolocation.
yes, echolocation. Good. So where is 6 is written? You can see here 6. So write here echolocation. E C H O, echo, location. L O C A T I O N. Next, across the 9, this mirror appears to be sunken in the middle. Number 9. Answer is concave. Across the 9 you have to write concave. So here you can see across the 9. So you have to write concave. Concave mirror is sunken in the middle. Concave. Next is across, that is 10. When heat is passed on from one end of an object to the other end. See, Ibrahim, answer this. When heat is passed on from one end of an object to the other end. Which transfer of heat is this? Which mode of transfer is this? When heat is conduction. So across the 10 you have to write conduction. CONDUCTION. Next we have to do for downward. All the across we have done. Here you can see all the crosses we have done. Next for downward. First is number 1 is written here. So we are going to find answer for this. 1 is a slight bending of light is Samir. If there is a slight bending of light, then the nature of light traveling is Munib, can you answer this? Usman? No one? A slight bending of light is called as diffraction. If you recall your lecture of light, first lecture of this unit, the slight bending of light is called as diffraction. Go and again watch the video of first lecture. That is called as diffraction. DIFF-R is already written. RACT is written. IO is written. Then N. Diffraction. Next is this type of reflection occurs when light bounces off a smooth surface. There are two types of reflection, regular and a diffuse. If the light bounced off on a smooth surface, then type of reflection is smooth. On a smooth surface, if light is reflecting, then the type is regular. Smooth surface is written in a question that light is reflected on a smooth surface. So type is regular. So you have to write regular, not smooth. RE already written. GULAR is already written. So regular. Next is 7 downward. Most common method of heating liquids and gases are heating of liquid and gases. The procedure is G. Ibrahim. Convection. Yes. Convection, not conduction. In a convection. conduction takes place in a solids, convection in liquids and gases. So you have to write here, this is a seventh downward. So you have to write here convection. C is written O N V E and C is already written. Then T I O N. Last one is this mirror bulges out. Across the 8 you have to downward 8 you have to write the answer for this one. This mirror bulges out C-O-N convex V-E-X. We have done our crossword puzzle. Now move towards page number 36. Move towards page number 36. Page number 36 is a small experiment and you have to do this and make a video. What you have to do in this experiment? You need a torch, a piece of white paper. Here you can see a torch, piece of white paper, different objects with a smooth surface. You have to take a different objects with a smooth surface because smooth surface reflect the light with a perfect angle. So different objects, some with a smooth surface and some with a rough surface. Take different objects, some with smooth surface and some with rough surface. For example is given here. You can choose objects according to your choice. Okay, it's up to you beta that which type of object you want to choose, because you have to see the reflection in this experiment. So examples are CD case, a book, plate, piece of cloth, a piece of sandpaper. So you can take any type of objects to do this experiment. Take one torch and different objects and place the piece of white paper or any material on the wall where you are going to see the reflection. Okay, on the torch and towards the object, light rays hits the object and reflected back. So you have to observe the reflection of light on smooth surfaces and rough surfaces and show your observation what is happening. Next. After doing this, what you have to do? You have to write. You have to explain your observations in your experimental video. You need to carry out this experiment in a dark room. This is very important that you do this experiment in dark room. If the room is dark, then you can easily observe the reflection of light. The torch should be the only source of light. Okay, you have to take the torch as a light source. The room do not contain any other source of light. Take a dark room to do this. Hold it as shown in the diagram. You have to hold your torch in the same way as shown in this diagram and shine the light on each material in turn. Okay, take different objects and show the reflection. What do you notice? You have to explain in your experiment. Is the light reflected onto the piece of white paper by all materials, or it is only the specific one? So you have to write that all materials are reflecting the light with the same way, or the different materials are reflecting light in a different way. So you have to explain this in your experiment.